Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I created this look right here. It is my second look on my YouTube channel for Halloween and I'm so excited. I have so many more planned and I can't wait. But if you want to learn how I got this look right here, then please keep watching. So I'm starting out with my foundation on. And I'm gonna go straight into doing the third eye. So I'm gonna clip my hair back because we need it out of the way. And I'm going to go in with a fluffy shader brush and just some natural warm colors, like the color Naked and Buck from this palette, from this Naked palette, just to kind of create the natural shadows of the eye. So I'm just gonna kind of just take it and run it along my forehead and underneath. So I'm kind of creating like a circle. That doesn't have to like be too special or anything, because now we're gonna go in with the pencil, go in with a white pencil and outline where the eye would be. Excuse me guys, I'm so sick. I'm like out of breath. Okay. And because we're using the white, it's a lot easier for you to fix your mistakes because it's not like a black eyeliner. So I think that is good for me. And now I'm just going to go in with that white pencil and fill in the white. And I would suggest using a pencil rather than like one of these paint things, because especially considering you have your foundation under, when you use the pencil it's kind of gonna kick up. Look, you see how there's like the foundation on there? It's gonna mix with the foundation and create a more natural looking white, because none of our eyes, like the white part, is white. It's more of like a yellowish white. So when doing this, it'll kind of mix with the foundation and make like the perfect white anyways. So yeah. And don't worry too much about the shape, because at the end we're going to add eyeliner on top and all that stuff, so we can manipulate the shape still. But as long as you have like your basic shape. So now I'm going to go in with a little pointed pencil like this, pencil brush. And I'm going to go in with the shade Aroused. Sorry, I can't speak. From the After Dark palette. And I'm going to start creating like the waterline and the inner corners. And there's going to be two inner corners since it's one eye. It's going to be like one inner corner and two inner corners because it's in the center of your face. You'll see. So I'm just going to line the lower lash line. I should be closer. So I'm creating the waterline. Again, this does not have to be too perfect. And then in the inner parts, I'm just going to take this color and carve out a little area like that. But the way to create a realistic looking eye in general when you're drawing is just to keep building, because I don't know, that's just how it's done. And then I'm going to take from those two inner corners that are technically outer corners now, and I'm going to just create an upper lash line. And now I'm just going to take a little flat shader brush with the shade Skin to Skin, And I'm just gonna blend out the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take that same shade and I'm gonna create a crease. So I'm gonna create a little line above it, just like when we look forward, we have a crease right here and we have the lid and the crease. So I'm gonna darken up this area and create that dimension. And then on the waterline of the eye, I'm gonna take a nude pencil and I'm just going to run that along the waterline, because no one's waterline is white. So see, it kind of mixed in. And then I'm going to take that same nude pencil and I'm going to go around the inner corners and like just bring in the color a little. Same thing here and underneath there. Just because when we look at our eyes, it tends to be a little bit darker there. So now I'm going to take from the Life's a Drag palette, I'm going to take a bit of the shade, actually no, I'm actually going to start working on the iris and the pupil. So I'm going to take another little painting type brush. I'm going to go in with this CC Beauty palette and I'm going to take the black and I'm going to create the iris. And then I'm going to kind of blend it in with the same brush, just slightly. And then you want to box out an area for your highlights. So I'm going to just copy the highlights that are in my eyes right now. And then from there I'm going to create the pupil. Now I'm going to go in with the same black and I'm going to create little lines, because if you look at our eyes, there's like these little, from the pupil to the outer rim of the iris, there's like these little like rays that just like flutter out. Just like that. And I'm going to leave that is it for the black. And this is the cool part. You can create whatever eye color you want. I'm going to stick with brown because my eyes are brown. But you can literally do blue, green, purple, whatever you want. So I'm going to go in with the brown in this palette. And I'm going to fill in those areas that we left open from the little lines. Okay, so I'm going to leave that alone for now. We're going to keep working on it. But now I'm going to go ahead and where's my backlighter? I'm going to go ahead and line the top part of the eye. Don't worry about it being straight or anything like that yet, because we're going to create some lashes. But I just wanted to add that there for some definition. And when you are doing the eye, the iris, make sure that's darker at the top and the bottom, because naturally, if you look at our eyes where our lids, our lower lid and our upper lid is on our eye, it creates a shadow. So you want to make sure that that shadow is present in your eye. And now I'm going to take a bit of the shade Buck from the Naked palette, and I'm going to create the shadows on our actual whites of our eyes. So if you can kind of see, there's like shadow here, there's shadows. Like kind of what we did with the nude liner. With an extra thin brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Trade from the Life's a Drag palette. And I'm going to create the little veins that we have in our eyes. And I'm going to kind of fill in that inner corner. And do the veins coming from there. And see the little veins. They don't have to be perfect. It's just that. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to fix up the shape of my eye a little bit more with my black liner. I think I want it to be a little bit more like closed at the top part. So I'm going to cover more of that iris. So now I'm going to go with a black pencil liner, and I'm going to go lightly along the lower lash line with this, just very lightly. Okay. And now I'm going to create an eyeshadow look for this eye. I'm going to use this palette, the After Dark palette. I'm going to go in with the shade Slip Dress and Merlot. And then I'm going to take a bit of this color 24 Karat, which is a gold, on my finger. I'm just going to add that in the background here and then blend it out. Now it's the scary part, but the part that's going to kind of bring it all together is the lashes. So for an eye like this, you want to make sure that the lashes are longest in the middle and shorten on either side, whereas normally when we draw an eye or do our normal eyes, it's longer on the outer corner, but since there is no outer corner, the longest part should be the center. So I would suggest taking a very thin black liquid liner or paint, face paint, whatever you feel comfortable using, and then you just start going. So we're gonna leave that alone for now, and we're gonna create some blood drips underneath the eye. So I'm gonna use a red liquid lip liner, and I'm gonna create the first blood drip. Those are just the basic blood drips. And now I'm gonna go ahead and work on my actual eyes. I'm gonna just create the same exact eye look I did up here. So now I'm going to apply my actual eye, like my eyes, fake lashes. Okay, so that's the lashes on. I got like mascara on my lower lash line, but it's honestly okay because just like here, we're gonna add blood drops on our lower lash line. So I'm gonna take that same red eyeliner. So I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. So now I'm gonna go in with some actual fake blood. And I would suggest going in with a brush that you don't really care about. And pouring out some of the blood. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to go in with a little brush. And I'm going to go in with, I'm just going to take like these colors right here. And I'm going to just contour my face. Actually, I forgot one step. Within those blood drips that we drew, I'm going to draw black ones within them using my liquid liner that are more precise. Like that. So it's kind of within the red. Because sometimes this fake blood dries very sheer. And we want it to still have that depth that blood does have. So now I'm going to go with that blood on the little brush and drop it on. Using a brush will help guide where the blood goes. Make sure that you don't get it too close to your eye. And now, normally when I do add fake blood, I like to add multiple layers. So this is like my first layer of the fake blood. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry while I do my lips. So for my lips, I'm gonna just add that same red lip liner in the inner part of my lips, like that. And then I'm going to take a normal like nude lip liner and add it on the outer parts. And then the part that's gonna really make it look not like this is I'm gonna take a little brush. I'm gonna take a bit of the shade Buck, and I'm gonna add that on my lips. So this is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you decide to do this, please tag me or send me the photo of it, because that would be so cool. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.